Facebook friends, great to see you. We are here doing live Shopify audits. YouTube people, thank you so much for your patience. Today is Shopify audit day. We're going to audit all the Shopify stores that are following us inside the e-commerce training ground on Facebook, as well as all your millions and thousands of subscribers that we have on our YouTube channel. What I want to do here is I want to give you guys some value. So I want to audit stores live, show you how I think about conversion rate optimization, what could be going right with your store, what's going wrong with your store, and how we can make it better. And really, for every store that we audit, we're going to give real we're going to give real tangible feedback and actions that you can do to make your store better, right? So that my goal here is to help you get conversions, get sales, and increase your Shopify business. Now, we do run the e-commerce academy. So if you haven't heard, check it out. It's ecommerceacademy.co. We run a bootcamp program for people who want to go from side hustle to full-time. And then we run an elite business where we work with founders and we mentor them one-on-one, where we get them from full-time to freedom. It's a really fun program. We've coached hundreds and hundreds of different stores, and we've helped them build amazing businesses and amazing lifestyles. Now, we've got a couple of stores lined up that we're going to audit right now. If you want to get yours audited, make sure you put it in the comments. And I've got my team just over here on the right of me, and they're going to send me the links to the stores, and we're going to go through and do it. So I'm going to pull up some of the stores that we have now, and let's get moving. So we had a few that came in last week that we're gonna finish off on, and then we're going to start with all the new stores. So the first one we are going to be working on, guys, is called, we can see we've got a store here. The first one we're working on is called Bubi. Okay, great. So the first thing that we do when I audit a store is I look at it and say, well, do I know what this store sells? Okay. And if I don't know within the first 3 seconds, then we got to fix some things. All right. So what I see here is this store sells they sell baby clothes. Okay. So I can see baby clothes. That's great. I've got a little baby here. Sustainability, softness, and style. All right. So looks like we sell baby clothes. All right. So pretty good in terms of what it is. Now here we click a shop all. So that takes me to all the products. Okay, so from now it feels like you only sell these baby bodysuits, which is great. But we also sell baby shorts. We also sell, I'm going to just close this off for now. We also sell socks. Okay, so not too bad. You don't have lots of products, so the shop all is fine. If you had more products than this, what I was going to recommend was that maybe we have the homepage banner just take you to one of your most popular categories. And I can see here that you've got your bodysuits, so that's great. We'd click shop all here, and I can see bodysuits, so I'm in the right place. This is a good user experience. All right, so that's number one. I know what you sell. I can get to the product pretty easily. What we're going to do now, though, is I'm going to move this to mobile device, okay? I love to edit stores on mobile only because 90% of your visitors are going to be coming from mobile devices. So we want to make sure that this looks really great on mobile, okay? So let's have a look here and see what is happening on mobile. Collections look great. They look really good. And what I really love is that we should be able to swipe through the images here. Maybe you would be able to do it on mobile, maybe on my desktop version of mobile. So let's have a look what happens when we click a product. I'll just go back. We'll click through here. Actually, this looks much better on mobile. Yeah, this is a much better banner, right? We see a baby with the bodysuit on. Elevate your baby's comfort with Australian-owned, ethically crafted baby clothing. Yeah, now I see. The only thing I would probably change here is instead of shop all, I'd put shop baby clothing, just so it has an intention when we click there. So click shop all, and let's go to what catches my eye. So I'm going to go straight through to something that catches my eye. Let's go to this one. Okay, that looks great. Let's find a little baby boy. This looks really good for them. This get 10% off is good. It's making me want to click it because it keeps coming up. Let's open up what happens when it says, drop your email below to receive 10% off your first order and exclusive access. Yeah, that's a good offer. We've got first name, email, and send me the 10% off code. This is great. I wouldn't change anything about this. I will just click no thanks for now. Excellent work. Okay, let's keep going down and see what else there is. So this looks really good. Love having lots of images. There's been a lot of research done around the amount of product images you should have. And stats have shown that you need to have at least 5 different product images or more, and that'll increase your conversion rate. So here it's great. We've got front, we've got back, we've got detail shots, we've got the baby wearing it. I love that. This is perfect. So really, really good. Maybe you could throw in here like a size guide, maybe some reviews, maybe some feature call outs on here as well. Could be really interesting. Okay, so that could be an added bonus that you could have in there. All right, so this one here is size guide. Okay, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 12. I think that's fine. In baby clothing, we often buy by age as opposed to size. So we don't really necessarily need a size guide in here. People aren't usually in there measuring their babies. So I think this is fine. The sizes per month is great. Quantity is good, looks pretty good. We're showing it's in stock. You do have a size chart there. If you wanted to do that, I'd probably just move the size chart closer to the size because I actually missed that there. So a little change you could do here is I'd put the size chart above the size or below the size, and I'd move the in stock to underneath the add to cart button, right? So we're just going through the questions that people ask, okay? So it'll be like, what have you got in? What sizes have you got? What size should I choose? How many do I want to buy? And do you have it in stock? That's how I'd like to put it out there for you, right? So I'd make sure you do that. Now, this buy with shop pay button, very contentious button. I would remove that. It's called the dynamic checkout button. If you're only selling one product, this is fine. But because you're selling multiple products, if we have this here, what this basically does is when they click it, it sends them straight to the checkout and it removes any ability for us to cross-sell and upsell. So having it here isn't great. Now, removing it off here doesn't mean we remove the feature. The feature will still be in checkout. It's just not here. We want people to click add to cart and we want them to buy more stuff, right? But if they click the shop button, it actually skips everything. So you can see we've got this nice flyout cart that we have here, which is great, and it's the ability to upsell. But if we were to click buy with shop pay, it's going to take me straight to the checkout and not give me the ability to upsell. So remove that button. All right, 40-day money back guarantee. Love that risk removal. The only thing I'm not seeing here is how long is it going to take me to get the item? Like what's my shipping promise? How much is it going to cost me for shipping? Now, I'm sure it's up the top here, but people don't see that. This is called banner blindness. People don't notice that. We need to have that messaging when we're ready to make a decision to buy the product. So underneath here, we'd have 40-day money back guarantee, in stock ships tomorrow, or in stock ships, free shipping over $99, ships tomorrow sort of thing. So we want to have the shipping messaging when people are going to make the decision. 40-day money back guarantee, love that. All right, and these USPs are great, sustainable, ultra soft and breathable. Baby bodysuit, stretchy, organic cotton, gentle and skilled. Yeah, this is great. Really nice pitch there. I know exactly what I'm getting. So let me dig a little bit deeper here. All right, we've got the organic textile, details a little bit more. I love that. It's a really good page. You've done a great job. Care instructions, shipping, returns. Okay, so we've got all the things that you say about the product. There's some proof points here. But do we have any reviews or any feedback and social proof? Let's have a look. Okay, FAQs are great, which is good. What else have we got? Baby clot. Yeah, so all these questions are great. There's maybe too many questions here. We only want to have 3 to 5 and make them the most impactful. And the answers to these questions need to move people towards the sale. Okay, so they need to be questions about what moves them towards the sale. So what makes Bubi clothes so soft? That's definitely one. Are your clothes safe? Yes. Does your baby shrink? So these are all goods, but I'd probably start to remove some of these ones that don't necessarily lead towards the sale, okay? We only want to have 3 to 5. We don't want to overwhelm people with too many questions, otherwise they get lost. All right, we've got customer reviews here. We can see that there's none there. Now, it might be a new product. So one of the things you want to do is get as many reviews as humanly possible. I'm going to show you a little trick if you do have reviews on other products though. So if you've got reviews on, let's have a look at some of your other products. We'll shop all tops. Okay. Let's just see if you got any reviews. All right, doesn't look like you have any reviews on other products. What you can actually do, if you're using a tool like Judge Me or something like that, you can group reviews. So let's just say you got a review for this product. That's effectively the same product, it's just different color pattern, right? So what we could do is if we got a review for that product, we can sync it across the 3 products of the same type. It's called product grouping. What that means is that we're effectively compounding and multiplying the reviews that we have on our products. All right, let's go to the last piece of the puzzle where we add something to cart and then we go through to the checkout. So we're going through the entire funnel. Okay, we can see this one here. We've got you may also like. Now have a look here. In mobile, this starts to cut off the checkout button. So we might want to move that up a little bit or you can set a setting for it to sit behind it, okay? We still don't see anything about shipping messaging here. So I'm still not sure how much it's going to cost me to ship this item. So if I go checkout, it might come up. Okay, and it's got, I'm not going to go because it's going to show my address. But yeah, we basically still don't know how much the shipping is. If I scroll down here, it might be in here. I might need to dig for it. Shipping and returns. Okay, flat rate shipping. So that's a good offer. For $10 flat rate's great. So you know what I would do? I would have underneath this add to cart button, in stock, $10 flat rate. Now, if the product is, or free over 99, okay, might be the option. The second thing I would do is in your add to cart, we love to see these shipping motivators at the top here, or a motivator. So spend $30 more for free shipping, or spend $20 more and get a free gift, right? So we've got that motivator there. All right, so all in all, not a bad site. A few little tweaks around the layout of these items here. Remove the buy with buttons and add the in stock and the shipping promise underneath there. Love the 14-day money back guarantee. Get as many reviews as humanly possible. We need reviews on these products so that it makes your product stand out a lot more. Probably the last thing I'd think about for this product is the about us. Let's have a look. There's a bit of a story here. Okay, there's no person behind the story. Ideally, if someone's creating these products and making them, we love to see a person behind this story. You know, mums love buying from other mums, so it'd be great to have supporting another mum business. So if this is a mum business, I would absolutely put it in here. Then if you do have that, then at the bottom of your product page, we want to have a little about us page that has a photo of the mum and why you started that brand. Okay, people love that sort of stuff and it will increase your conversion rates. All right, so that was the Bubi page. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but we'll go down that way anyway. So that was a good one. Hopefully you guys learned a lot from that. Guys that are following along in the comments, would love you to write in the comments, what is it that you learned from that little audit that you could apply to your store, right? Think about what it is that you could apply and put it on yours. Sometimes the simple things are the things that scale the most. All right, let's have a look at some other stores that we have in the mix here. So we've got this one here. Let me pull up the next one. Now, I think we've got this guy in our chat right now. So I'll do, here's one. I think we do. Okay, so we're going to do a website which is called Deliciously Guilt-Free. All right, I think this is you, Dan. Yes. All right, cool. So we've got Dan in the chat. This is going to be his store here. So as you can see, I'm doing it in mobile again, which is awesome. Want to make sure we look at it here. So I'm using a little plugin in Chrome that allows me to do this mobile view. I urge you to do that as well so you can check your store, but also just check it on your phone if you have to, right? All right, so let's do the 3-second test. What happens when I land in this store? What do you sell? All right, the best low-carb chocolate makers. All right, I'm not sure what you're selling yet, okay? Low-carb chocolate experts. Are you selling a course? Are you teaching me how to make chocolate? I don't know yet. So, but do I want a discount? Oh, I might, but I don't know what you're selling. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. Okay, handmade craft chocolate. Now we're talking. All right, this first change, number 1, Dan. Change this homepage messaging to be handmade craft chocolate, right? Simple, right? I know it sounds simple when you look at it, but here it looks like you're just teaching a course on how to make chocolate. That's why first thing that I got to. I didn't actually know that you sold chocolate. So I'd simplify this a lot and I'd just have a picture of a chocolate bar and would be, you know, the best low carb handcrafted chocolate or low carb handcrafted chocolate, right? So be really specific on what it is that you sell. We don't want people to have to guess, first thing. All right, then we need a call to action button that isn't one to discount. So this needs to be shop low carb chocolate, right? Which ideally is going to take you to here. I don't mind this one to discount button, but it is really prominent and it's taking my attention. You have a cheeky discount. No thanks, I'll pay full price. That's not working, man. I don't know what that is. So I'd fix that. So just check that. I'm not sure why that's not working, but you need to be solved. That needs to be solved. Okay, so we'll land on the chocolate page. Rename this to be low carb chocolate, right? It'd be great for search engines and people know that they're in the right place. Let's, all right, Black Friday offer. Yes, please. Okay, let's see. All right, cheeky discount. This is now, let's see if I get my discount. So I'm just doing what you're telling me to do when I go to the site. This is always a great thing to do. Oh, I wrote the wrong thing in there. That's my bad. Email me my discount. Okay. Okay, this is, click no thanks. I don't really want to give you my number. Instead of one last step there, because one last step made me think, I don't want to have to do this step, I'm just out of here. Instead of doing one last step, write something like, for something a little extra. So give them a reason to put that one thing in there, not just one last step to get your discount. I'd have it something along the lines of, you know, get early access by giving get SMS deals or something like that, just so they give an incentive to put their number in, rather than here's another thing you have to do to get your discount. It's a just change of mindset, all right? Okay, so we're on this page now. Let's have a look. We've got chocolate. We're going to do low carb chocolate. We've got special offer. Makes me go there. You're taking me away from this page. I don't really like that. I would remove special offer. And where's this take me? Cakes. Okay, no. So these are great, these little items here. The problem is they take me away from what I'm looking at, right? So I'm here for low carb chocolate. So under here, we should actually have buttons that are related to the subject that we're in. Okay, so this could be, if it's special offer on chocolate, what's the chocolate special offer? So I would call it, I'd call it a 3-bar bundle, right? Pretty straightforward. We do a 3-bar bundle, but what I want to have happen is that so I do 3-bar bundle, but that does take them away from actually looking at these products. Chocolate is fine. I probably wouldn't have cakes. I'd probably have these as flavors maybe. I'd have, milk and orange, creamy milk, white, chocolate, so people can filter. These should be filtering options, not navigation to other store options, okay? All right, the next thing I want to do is I want to have a look at this. Okay, this is on sale. It's $62 for 100 gram, save 17%. Let's have a look at this. Okay, more buttons. I'm clicking just for the sake of it. I don't know why I clicked autumn, but it made me do that and didn't take me anywhere. Okay, so I would remove this stuff. These are all distractions. When we drive someone to a product page, we want to take them straight to the product. We don't want to give them other options. Right now, I've just got all these other options and it's taking me to nowhere, okay? So please remove those. Hey Dan, I saw your comment in there. It is a bit nervous getting your store audited live, right? But that's okay, we're here to help. All right, so we can see the product here. Now I've clicked the milk and orange box. Okay, so this is a box of chocolate. Okay, that's good. You know what we do, man? We change this then, because I didn't know that was a box. I just thought it was a piece of chocolate. So I would change this if you can to maybe a box with the chocolate in it so people can see that it's a box of chocolate, right? Right now it's 4 bars. Yes, I can see that, but I was just a little bit confused. But this is great. Images are awesome. This is really good. This is awesome. Love that. I'd probably just change that the first one to be a box so people can see that what's in the box, and then you go through into it. But these product images are great. Now, if this is low carb keto chocolate, we want to have this in the title. So milk and orange, low carb keto chocolate box. Okay, I'll just put that in there. All right, and don't worry about the 40% cocoa, everything like that. That's something that people get in there as they get the detail. But if we write low carb and keto, then they'll look into it and find out what low carb and keto is. So you don't need to worry about putting the cocoa percentage in here right now. Okay. Low carb, check your spelling, dude. I would also move this. I wouldn't have this stars here. I would put the stars just along there. This is taking up too much real estate. So if we think about the scroll, right now I still haven't really gotten anywhere. I'd move this up above here, and not even this big one. I'd just have the stars and then a click through on that, okay? All right, this is great. I highly sought after creamy milk bars are perfect for a low carb diet, diabetes friendly. Love that. These are really good. These are all really clear and easy to understand. Currently in stock. I just moved the currently in stock underneath the add to cart. Delivery $4.99, free over 50. So if this is free over 50, then this box is free, isn't it? Yeah. So I would have, we can do dynamic here. I'd have this item ships free, okay? Because it does, it's gonna ship free. So on all your boxes, see if you can change this using meta fields. I've got a great tutorial on my YouTube channel on meta fields. I would change that to be this item ships free. Why not, right? That's another benefit of someone buying from you. Okay, double lock guarantee. Everyone deserves chocolate that you love. Taste lock, love it or it's on us. Sweet lock, promise no sugar spikes. 180 days return guarantee. This feels really complicated, man. I'd just simplify it and just say, I don't understand the lock, what that has to do with flavor. Really, if I want to try something, there's one or two things that really, from a keto, I used to be keto, so I completely understand this market. One is obviously you don't want any sugar spikes. You want to keep you sort of on track. Yeah, so you got that no sugar spikes. I'd probably just have like a free trial, 180 days return guarantee. I'd probably just have something like 30-day free trial. And basically what we do is if you don't like it within the first 30 days, if it doesn't meet your expectations, we'll give you your money back. Simple, right? That's what we do in our coffee brand. It works really, really well. They still have to pay for the item, but they then have to tell you that they don't like it. Now, if someone takes advantage of that, we can change the offer, but it's going to increase your conversion rate rather than me having to try and understand what this absolutely means. I have no idea what this means, right? We've got to think of the lowest common denominator. you're selling yes to people who are aware of your product, but we also need to sell to people who are unaware of your product. Okay, so double lock guarantee is a little bit too complicated. Just keep it like free trial flavor, a free trial guarantee, free flavor happiness guarantee or something like that. All right, these all look good. Okay, I've just been told my screen has frozen. What about now? Can you see me?
It's still frozen on that screen.
Oh, great. Maybe we're a little delayed. I'm just going to keep going, and we'll put the recording up if we have to. This is the benefits of live stuff, right? All right, we'll just keep going, and we'll get through Dan's site. All right, so the last few pieces are these payment buttons. Don't really need these anymore. People know that they're secure. Probably have that closer to the checkout, not on the product page. These are good. These are icons, and this description. Let's have a look. This description mixture of 2 creamy and 2 milk bars. I would probably have what's in the box here. Okay, what's in the box, and then do 2 creamy, 2 milk orange bars, and any recipe or something like that. Okay. What else have we got? So let's have a look here. We've got ingredients of what's in it. This is great. Yep, that's really good. We've got allergens, which is good. The product contains. Yeah, this is great. All right, let's go now on to the reviews. So, okay, so need to fix this, dude. So we've got a Trustpilot reviews, but we don't have any reviews down here. So we need to have product reviews in there. Similar to what I said on the last store, we need to make sure that we are showing reviews on our on the page, and if we can group them. So let's just say someone has bought just a single bar and they reviewed it. Let's sync those reviews across all our products, okay? And that's okay to get started on. All right, let's keep going through. So I'd do the reviews, and then I'd probably do an about us. So let's see if there's something about you, Dan, on why you started this brand. Okay, our story. Yeah, okay, you've got a story here, and you got you. This is awesome. I love this. Okay, and you got a shop. Oh my God. All of these are proof points, right? So I would absolutely have at the bottom of the page, I'm hearing that we're freezing. More people are saying we're freezing. Are we still frozen? Okay, I think it froze for a second, guys, so we're back. But Dan, back to your store. So we've got proof points. I didn't realize you had a shop. This is great if it's a cafe. So we need to show this on your product pages because you are different than an online store. This is a strategic advantage that you have, right? So on here, on your product pages, I'd absolutely call out at the bottom something about your store, your location, who you are. It takes you from being just a normal product brand to a people brand, and it's a person behind this, all right? So please make sure you do that. Cool, let's just add to cart and we'll go through the process. Click add to cart. Okay, this is good. We've got a motivator that takes you away, that shows you the free shipping. Although, $62, maybe that I'm in dollars and not pounds is probably why it's doing it. That could be something to do with it, because up here you said something around free shipping. Free over £50. Maybe it's because I'm not in pounds here. So because I'm in Australia, that makes sense why that might not be. See if you can do some regional specific stuff if you're selling internationally. If not, then I completely get it. Okay, so let's go through to add to cart again. So assuming that all these numbers are correct, we want to make sure that your shipping motivator and your normal motivator is fixed. We keep freezing. I don't know why we keep freezing. This is weird. Yeah. Let me jump out a little bit and see. All right. We'll just do this. I'll do a little dance and then we'll come back. Gotta love technology. How are we going now, Gab? How good is this? All right. Well, I'm just going to finish it up there because we're at time anyway. We'll fix the freezing issues for next time. But Dan, a few things for you, man. Just double check your spelling is one. Remove some of the gaps that you have on your product page and make sure that you show the reviews on there. I would also make sure you show pictures of them in the box. All the other pictures are great, but really what I want you to do is make sure that people know what it is that you sell when you land there, and they know who you are, the person that's selling it, okay? Because people buy from people and they buy from real companies, and if they see that you're a real person with a real shop and you believe in this and you are the person that's buying the product, they're gonna be more likely to buy it. So just go through that journey, make sure that there's no distractions along the journey. Think of it like an IKEA store. When you enter an IKEA store, you go through the front door and they take you on a journey right to the checkout. The same, but they don't let you go anywhere else. The same thing applies to an e-commerce funnel. We want to go take them from the homepage to the product page, homepage, collection, product, sale. That's how we want to think about it. We don't want to have anything in between, okay? Hopefully that's helpful, team. We will get on top of the freezing issues. We're going to do the same call next week. Every week we're just going to get better and better. So if you are interested in getting your site audited, make sure you comment below on this video or join the e-commerce training ground on Facebook. That's where we're taking feedback. We're helping people live on there. And we'll be looking forward to auditing your store in the future. Apologies for the tech issues. We'll get them sorted next time. All right, over and out, team.